feels like Groundhog Day again, but fifth one I think in 7 days. But we'll start as we do with broadcast, and then we'll move on to the radio and then the written guys. So, Michael, do you want to get us off and underway for Sky?
Well, Graham, personally, hello, nice to see you back.
Thank you.
You all right? You good?
Very well, thank you. Very well.
Good. Can you get the latest injury team news, please?
Yeah, we're still waiting a little bit on Cree. Probably have to make a late decision. The game might come too soon, but we'll see. Still a bit of time. Everybody else is pretty much as they were. We've got a couple of just bumps and bruises that we just need to watch over, but nothing problematic, certainly long term. So it is what it is.
I know you just said the other day you were going to go and see Mikel. Have you done that yet, and how is it?
No, he's due in. I think he was due today. I was planning to see him today, this afternoon. I spoke to him on the phone. I had a really good chat with him, but yeah, he's doing well. But it'd be nice to see him.
Right, here we go. Transfers, and I know you don't do names, but we do have a long list. Is there any update or progress on anyone individually?
No, I think if we've got anything to report, of course we'll tell our supporters. They'll be the first to know. But in the end, it's about, as I've said before, focusing on the players we've got here. You can't worry too much about speculation and what newspapers or whatever else say. Our focus is on the players that we've got, and not to comment on players that aren't West Ham players.
The players that we've reported, they're all kind of different, Graham. Is there a kind of striker you're looking for particularly to fit in your system?
As I said the other day, it's not quite as simple as that. There's a few checklists that you've got to go through. It's about whether they're available. It's about whether they're able to play in the Premier League, whether they fit how you want to play, all those sorts of things. Whether they're the right person for the group. It's a complicated window. You can imagine in a week where you've got 3 games in 8 days, my focus is on the players that are here. I think we've got 3 important points to play for at the weekend, so that's where all our energy is.
Are you happy with the squad? Do you expect many outgoes? I know Luis Kudame has been linked to the move away, or are you happy with the squad?
No, I'm happy with the squad. I'm happy with the approach of the players, the attitude of the players, the work ethic has been really good. So for me, it's been about trying to get to know them. The more information we get, the better it is. I know more about them now than I did this time last week, but the process will continue. And but that's just the job. And I'm really happy with the response. I'm really happy with what we have.
You did inherit a pretty decent squad, and they were quite busy in the summer. If deadline day passed and no player came through, would there be a tinge of disappointment, or would you be happy? Let's get on with it.
No, I think it's it's not disappointment. It's, you understand the nature of football. Every club's the same. You're always looking to try to improve, whether that's externally or internally. As I said before, my focus is internally because we've got players here that I think can improve, that I think can get better. The coach's job is to focus on that, I think. That's not to say that we're not active. It's not to say that we're not looking. It's not to say that if something comes up we can do it, because we can, and the support to do it, but it has to be the right thing for us as well.
Thomas Souček, it felt like a real captain's performance the other night. When Jared comes back, will it be an easy transition just to put the armband back on Jared, or do you feel like you've got another leader there now in Thomas?
Well, I think that regardless of the armband, it's nice to have people that can step up and take responsibility. You want people that can lead, and I think Thomas and Jared and others have shown great qualities. I'm delighted for Thomas. I think, as he said, he played a captain's role, gave everything, understood his role in the team, played a slightly higher position but scores, creates pressure. So yeah, delighted for him.
As much as the fans like new signers, they're also proud of the academy here, and Ollie Scarles really looks a prospect. Is that so you're looking to do here as well, maybe this season, bring some more boys through? Well,
I mean, I think I said on the first press conference that the academy has to be central to what we're doing here in terms of it's a source of players. It should be respected because of how well they've done and how good the people are there. Whenever you're looking externally, you have to first consider what you've got internally, and the academy is part of that. I think Ollie was brilliant against Aston Villa, great debut. I think he came on as a sub, again affected the game. So we're so happy for him. And now the challenge is how, the challenge or the exciting bit of work is to help him become a regular Premier League player. But the academy is a really important aspect of this club.
Finally from me, finish with the transfer questions. Most importantly, if you have a few days off, have you tried the pie mash yet around here?
I've had no days off, you can imagine. 3 games a week.
True. That is true.
If I have some time off, that'll be the first, or one of the things I'll do. Let's say that.
Love it. Brilliant. Cheers, Greg.
Thank you.
Premier League.
Hello.
Hi.
So another London derby ahead of me. Crystal Palace, they're unbeaten in 6 away from home. So what type of tactical battle would you expect of your squad against theirs at the London Stadium?
Yeah, they're in a good place. Certainly away from home. I watched the game last night. A good deserved win. I think they probably start the season slowly in terms of points that they get, but you can see the quality they have. Coach has done a brilliant job there as well in terms of just clear in terms of what they're trying to do, attack with and defend in the back 5. Mateta and Eze and Sarr as a front 3. I was thinking about how they've adapted to losing a top player like Elisa last season, and they've done it really well. So now they've got some real quality there.
And Paqueta spoke himself about having to perform better. He still feels he has his best to show in West Ham. His hold-up play has been immense. He scored 2 and 2 underneath you. Against Fulham, 100% tackles, most duels won. It was a really complete performance from him. He seemed like a different player. He's played a few different attacking roles at West Ham, and you being new to the club, where do you see him fitting in your squad in midfield? Do you have a specific place for him where he can shine, or you think, no, we'll keep him varied?
Well, I think he's the type of player that needs to feel how important he is to the team. And he has to have that responsibility himself, because he is important for us. And then how he acts and how he conducts himself is really important for the team. And I think the last 2 performances, I can only comment on what I've seen. I think he's been fantastic. His work rate for the team, what he does for the team, has been of a real high level. And as a result of that, he gets his reward, which is the goals. 2 and 2 is obviously great. And I think he's that type of player that you don't have to pin him down to one specific role. He can do lots of things because he's that talented and he's that quality, providing the responsibility of understanding how important he is for the team and what comes with that. That's the main thing with Lucas.
And some people said some of the goals against Fulham you got were a gift, but it did seem the team forced the errors, especially when the press was being triggered and Alvarez caused Pereira's pass. How important is that pressing intensity for the way you want to play with this West Ham squad?
Yeah, I agree. There's very rarely any gifts in the Premier League, and sometimes it's too easy to focus one-sided. I think the goals are a result of our pressure, forcing a mistake, and then the mistake obviously makes it look like it's a gift, but it's a result of something else. And I think when you look at the response of the crowd and how our supporters reacted to that, I think it's important for us. We need to engage them. We need their help, of course, but we need to engage them. And part of that is to be able to, when possible, press high. I mean, you can't do it all the time. It's in the Premier League, there's too much quality, but when we can, we want to try and do that.
Perfect,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi Graham, how are you?
Very well.
So
Yourself?
I'm surviving you. 100% record then in the Premier League as West Ham manager. A relief the other night to get an opening night win and get kind of pressure, nerves off your back.
Well, it's just nice to be there, to play the game. I understand the league. I understand how hard it is to get 3 points in the Premier League. It's never something that I take for granted. So in that respect, yeah, of course. I mean, the way the game went, you're having to defend your lead towards the end of the game. So there's always pressure and relief when the final whistle goes. But I think overall, focusing on the things that we did well, it's really, really early in the process for us. But lots to be happy about. But acknowledging also there's a lot of work to do as well.
But coming in last week, you knew the whole thing was new. The game 24 hours after you arrived, and then so quickly the one against Fulham. Do you feel a bit more like you've got your feet under the table now?
Well, yeah, we were saying the other day, I think it's a week. I've been in a week, and it feels like a lot longer than a week because a lot's happened. Games and preparation and things like that. But that's what we came here for, and really excited for it, really happy for it. Getting to know the players more and more, which is what the job is. So now we need to focus on the next match. That's how football is. tough game against a well organised team with talented players, just like you'd expect in the Premier League. So we're excited for that.
How much does the transfer market disrupt what goes on at a football club for you, for your players? Because you suddenly arrive in January and all you get asked about is, are you signing A, B, C, D, E, F right through to Z? And you quite likely bat it away with the same answer. Players will think, oh, is someone coming into my position, or am I leaving to go? So, is it disruptive more than anything else this January transfer window?
I wouldn't say disruptive. I think the players are human beings, so of course they're thinking about their careers and thinking about their families and all that sort of stuff. So that's normal. And at times, because of the noise of football, which is not necessarily a negative or a positive, it just is what it is. That this time of year is a challenge, but it's a challenge for all of us. It's not like we're the only ones that are affected by this. So say it before, say it again. It is what it is. You can't do anything about it. What we can control is what we do, how we act, how we prepare for the game. Focus on the things that we can do, not worry too much about anything else we can't control.
Finally, the other thing you can't control are injuries. West Ham have had injuries this year, but not maybe as badly as some other clubs. But is it now down to how many games players are being asked to play from when you played the game, or is it the speed of the game? What is it that we're suddenly seeing so many clubs having full treatment rooms and what have you?
Well, it's often complex. I mean, I think you can do things about injuries. It's about how you train. It's about how you prepare. Sometimes it's luck. Sometimes it's overload. Sometimes it's underload. It's not quite straightforward just to say, oh, it's because of this. Every context is different. Some players are playing 60, 70 games a season. Some are playing 40. There's a difference there. So there's not a simple answer. For us, we have to again focus on how we're training, how we're preparing, making sure the players are prepared enough to play Premier League football, recovered enough to play Premier League football, and making sure we get that balance right.
With someone like Nicolas Pp, who's obviously now got a serious injury and had an injury at the beginning of the season, I mean, he's in a sense done nothing wrong. He's just turned up a new club and picked up an injury, but he almost hasn't been able to get fit.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a stop-start. I would say that's fair to say. Again, I can't comment on what's happened before, but it can happen at times. He wants everything to go well. He wants to hit the ground running, and for whatever reason, he hasn't been able to do that. So our challenge or our job now is to prepare him properly, to make sure he recovers as well as he can, and then to look after him, to do everything he can in his rehab to come back stronger. That's all we can do now.
Okay, if we turn the cameras off and we'll move on to the written guys, Jack. Do you want